Hi everybody, Karis here, and this video is about the new moon intentions for March 1st, 2014, and also info about the book club that I'm doing on Facebook. So you might notice my throat sounding a little weird. It's because I've been doing some clearing, some really intense clearing, and it's fascinating because what I've found is that you would think that I had a cold, right? You would think that there was some type of virus or bacteria that set up shop in my sinuses and my throat, or allergies, but I don't have allergies. That's what it seems to be acting like. And yet I also know intuitively that there is no virus or bacteria anywhere in me. I can actually feel some type of blockage getting pulled up and out of my upper chakras. So my throat chakra, my sinuses, third eye chakra, all these types of places, and now all the dogs are going crazy in the woods. These woods are the most intense woods ever. I don't know if you guys can feel it. I hope you can. There's everything in these woods. Every single type of multidimensional thing you can imagine. And if you're wondering, do I mean a certain thing? The answer is yes, because I really mean everything. And they're really going bananas right now. I wonder what's going on. There are buzzards circling overhead, or there were a second ago. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Anyway. So, for the new moon, everyone's been doing shadow integration lately that I know of. People have been finding out things about themselves that maybe several months ago or a year ago we would not have been able to accept as true. We would not have been able to honor and say, okay, well, what are the aspects of this aspect of mine that can be put to good use in a new harmonious version of this reality that I'm in? You know, what is it that I can shed, what no longer serves in the new cycles, and what is it that I can enhance and be proud of and meet with clarity and courage and willingness to accept myself, right? I know you guys will probably know what I'm talking about. It will probably be different for a lot of you. Okay, so this new moon on March 1st, I think should be a time of expanding and of arriving as what we actually are. And taking all these pieces that we've been integrating all winter, the shadowy spring, taking all these pieces and combining them to say, okay, well, here I am, this is what I am, this is all the pieces of what I am, and I'm going to make a new kind of awesomeness from it. And I think that that is an excellent thing to do. So when it is time to do the new moon ritual in your own way, however that may be for you, I would advise that you spend some time meditating on... There might be a dog coming. The weather here is just intense. And by weather, I mean beings. Anyway, there are these huge dogs that I can hear, but I can never see, so it made me a little wary, you know. Hence the awesome staff. Okay, so it's interesting how that comes up as I'm talking about integrating shadow, integrating our acceptance of what is, of what we are, as a really loud truck drives by on the street. You guys can see what I mean here. It's not all lovely and butterflies and rainbows and feathery wings. Sometimes it's leathery wings, y'all. Sometimes it's the dragon in us. Sometimes it's the night dweller in us coming out to play. And everything's divine. So if we can figure out ways to integrate and balance so that we can take all of the awesome aspects, just as a example, I'll go to music, because both sides, you know, the light, beautiful, angelic, high up sides, and the dark, the heavy bass, earthy, deep underground kind of thing, they both are great. But if you really want to jam out and rock out, the dark makes good music. They do. And so, you know, I'm not talking about lyrics or meaning. I'm just talking about the way, you know, we're talking about upper chakras and lower chakras, underworlds, upper world, this type of thing. And so if we're all trying to become complete divine humans, we have to integrate all of it. We just do. The time for spiritual bypass is over. Spiritual bypass was a lovely playpen to lay in and a lovely cradle. But as of now, we're just not allowed to do it anymore. All right, on that note, So for the new moon, saying, okay, this is what I am, these are the beautiful aspects of it, these are the aspects of it that I think I can upgrade to something more cohesive and unified, and these are the aspects of it that I would like to keep and enhance. Everything has positive and negative, and even those words I don't think fully, everything has tearing, ripping, breaking, and building, appreciating, loving. That's what I want to say. Okay, so taking yours and saying, this is what I want to keep out of both of these things, and I would like to synthesize something new. I want to start doing something different than what I've done over and over and over, right? So I think that is what our our new moon intention on March 1st would be. That brings me to the Monthly Magic Book Club. This is the book Winged Pharaoh by Joan Grant. This book is the account of a female priest pharaoh in ancient Egypt. And this is an amazing book. Those of you who I've said before, who have studied in temples in past lifetimes, you're going to love this. It's going to activate you. It's going to be amazing. I love it. I love reading it. It always brings me new awesomeness whenever I read it. So the way it's going to work is that every quarter moon, we're going to go through a quarter of the book, because this book is divided into 8 parts, which is so convenient. So from the new moon to the first quarter moon, we will read part 1 and part 2. First quarter moon to full moon, part 3 and part 4. Full to last quarter, part 5 and part 6, and last to new moon again, part 7 and part 8, and that's when I'll be announcing the new book for next moon cycle. So, if you want to join the book club group, just go on Facebook. It's called the Monthly Magic Book Club, and it's free to join. Just send in your little request and you can join. And I really look forward to seeing what people are going to experience. There have already been some crazy synchronicities. If you come to the group, you'll see what I mean. But like I said, I really love this book, and I'll be posting as it goes, so you guys will, even those of you who don't want to read the book, can kind of experience it a little bit. It's really magical. All right, guys, go in peace. This has been a really beautiful couple of weeks. Let me give you a view of this area, because you should really see it. It's really good. So, see the trees, sky. It's just amazing here. And these trees, it's interesting because with how big they are, you really forget. I mean, they're massive, they're huge. And since they're so tall and thin, you don't really think about it until you're standing next to one or sitting under one with the huge trunk bigger than you. So it's really interesting experience. So anyway, go in peace. Much love. Next, I'm going to LA. There's a event on March the 9th, Goddess Intuition and Intention Tea, and it's on my website. There's going to be a land activation in Sedona on spring solstice, so March 20th. And then I believe in the beginning of April there's going to be a ocean blessing down in the Gulf, so in Florida. So stay tuned. I will keep you guys posted. And I'm planning a workshop for Virginia as well in May, and probably one in New York. Virginia in April. And so there's going to be more stuff. There always is. And some really amazing classes are coming through, which I think are going to be just a trip. I woke up this morning with lots of things finally coalescing that have been in the ethers for a really long time for me. So laying in bed, jotting everything down, scribbling like a crazy person, which I always love to do. Anyway, like I said, much love. One peace. I will connect with you again very soon.